When Ava's boyfriend dropped to one knee at their anniversary dinner, the entire restaurant erupted in applause. But the ring he pulled out wasn't meant for her. Ava had been dating Ryan for 3 years. He was charming, smooth, and always knew what to say to make her feel like the only woman in the world. But lately, something felt off. Last-minute business trips, late-night calls, and perfume that wasn't hers lingering on his clothes. She ignored the signs for months, convincing herself it was stress, not betrayal. Ryan was the kind of man who planned everything, meticulous, deliberate, the perfect boyfriend on paper. So when he surprised her with a candlelit dinner at the same spot where they had their first date, Ava felt a flicker of hope. Maybe she'd been wrong. Maybe he was finally ready to commit. As he stood up, smiled at her with that confident grin, and dropped to one knee, her heart raced. But then, she saw it, engraved inside the ring box, barely visible under the light. The name Emily. Her smile froze, the applause echoed, and Ryan's perfect plan had just taken its first wrong turn. Ryan had been living a double life for almost a year. To Ava, he was the hard-working consultant with long hours and big dreams. To Emily, he was the man who was just waiting for the right time to leave his old relationship. He thought he had it all figured out. One woman who gave him stability, another who made him feel young again. 2 lives, 2 lies, perfectly balanced. His friends warned him, "You're playing with fire, man." But Ryan only laughed. "Only if you get caught." Ava, meanwhile, had been piecing things together quietly. The way his phone flipped face down, how his credit card bill showed charges for restaurants she'd never been to. But she didn't want proof. She wanted a plan. And when she accidentally found a text preview on his laptop, "Can't you wait for our special night, my love? Dinner at 8. She realized that special night was their anniversary. Ava didn't confront him. She smiled, played her part, and waited. If Ryan wanted to put on a show, she'd make sure he got an audience. Ava arrived early to the restaurant, dressed elegantly, calm as ever. Ryan looked surprised, maybe even nervous, when she greeted him. "Everything okay?" she asked sweetly, her eyes locked on his. "Of course," he said, "just happy you're here." As the dinner went on, he relaxed. He ordered champagne, told stories, and flashed the same rehearsed grin he probably used on her. And then, halfway through the meal, the hostess appeared beside their table. "Mr. Ryan, your other reservation for 2 is ready whenever you are." Ryan froze. The color drained from his face. Ava's lips curled into a slow smile. "Oh, another reservation?" she asked, feigning surprise. "For who?" He stuttered, reaching for his glass, but before he could speak, Ava stood up, grabbed her clutch, and said, "Don't worry, I already invited her." From across the room, Emily appeared, confused, holding her phone, eyes darting between them. Ryan's perfect plan had just collided headfirst with the truth. Ryan tried to recover, fumbling through half-truths as the 2 women stared him down. "It's not what it looks like," he began, voice trembling. Emily scoffed. "Really? Because I have the same bracelet you bought her." She raised her wrist, flashing the matching silver charm. A few heads turned. The restaurant had gone silent. Ava sat back down, her tone icy calm. "You know what's funny, Ryan? You told me this dinner was to celebrate our future, but apparently you already had a backup bride." Ryan tried to grab her hand, but she pulled away. "You don't understand." "Oh, I understand perfectly," she said. "You're about to understand too." What Ryan didn't know was that Ava had called Emily earlier that day, pretending to be from the restaurant, confirming Ryan's 2 reservations. The moment Emily's confusion turned to realization, she agreed to meet her. Now, the stage was set, and Ryan's own arrogance had bought him front-row seats to his downfall. Ava wasn't after a fight. She was after exposure. Over the next week, she gathered screenshots, photos, and proof of every lie. The vacations he took with clients, the money he'd spent on gifts for Emily, even a message thread where he joked about keeping both women happy. Then she made sure the truth wouldn't just stay between them. Ryan's office was hosting a company gala, formal, prestigious, and attended by nearly everyone he wanted to impress. He was set to give a speech about integrity and leadership. Ava got an invitation, courtesy of one of Ryan's colleagues who knew everything and wanted front row karma. She smiled as she arrived in a stunning black dress, the kind that said, "This isn't heartbreak, it's closure." When the projector lit up behind Ryan during his speech, it didn't show his company logo. It showed a slideshow, text messages, photos, timestamps, and proof of every deception. And standing near the back of the room, Ava whispered to Emily, "Let's give him a round of applause." The audience gasped. Phones came out. Laughter rippled through the crowd as Ryan's voice cracked mid-sentence. The slideshow rolled on mercilessly. Affectionate messages, business trip selfies, dinner reservations. His boss stood frozen. His colleagues whispered. His mother, who had come as his special guest, looked mortified. "Turn it off," he shouted, slamming his hand against the laptop. But it was too late. The room had seen it all. Ava didn't say a word. She simply walked toward the exit, passing him without a glance. Emily followed, pausing only to whisper, "That's for wasting my time." As Ryan stood there, sweating under the lights, the room erupted in murmurs and mockery. His perfect plan, 2 lives, 2 lies, had ended in one unforgettable night. Within days, Ryan's career imploded. His company let him go for ethical reasons. Friends distanced themselves. His social circle evaporated overnight. Meanwhile, Ava found peace. She didn't gloat online or chase closure. She simply moved on. Emily, too, learned her own lesson about trusting charm over character. The 2 women, once rivals, shared quiet understanding and newfound strength. When Ryan tried to reach out weeks later, begging for forgiveness, Ava replied with a single message. "I don't hate you. I just thank you for showing me who you really are before it was too late." And with that, she blocked his number and walked forward, unburdened. Sometimes the truth doesn't need to be chased. It exposes itself in front of everyone watching. Ryan thought he could play love like a game, but karma doesn't play fair. It waits, it watches, and when the time is right, it shows up on a projector for the whole world to see. In love and loyalty, deception might glitter for a while, but truth always burns brighter. If you enjoyed watching karma serve cold justice, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from SilkMirror, where betrayal meets its mirror and justice always looks back.